Do you hear about that? Yes, okay. Well, this is a bit of a climb for people who aren't aware of it, but you have to realize that we're on top of the esker, and that's what eskers are all about, very steep sides. Well, I always have to have a minute to get my breath, because it is a steep climb. But here we are on Arthur's Ridge in Sleepy Hollow in Concord, Massachusetts. Not Tarrytown, New York. People do confuse the two names. We are both Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, but this being Concord. Now, as perhaps you know or don't know, all these famous authors lived as neighbors, and so they are buried as neighbors. And all right here in this one short span of ground, we have all the greats. Henry David Thoreau, Nathaniel Hawthorne, Louisa May Alcott, Ralph Waldo Emerson, and on we go. So the very first one we come to is Henry Thoreau. And number one, most people are surprised if they have no idea of what this Arthur's Ridge is all about, is that Henry Thoreau's own grave is nothing more than this little stone right here that says Henry. And the other stones are his siblings and his parents. So there were 4 children in this family, 2 boys and 2 girls. And John Thoreau was the first one, and Henry, his brother. Then the 2 girls were Helen and Sophia. And so they are, if you count them out, you find them all right here. None of them married, so there are no descendants from this family whatsoever. There are other Thoreau families because John Thoreau, the father, had brothers who had children. And so there are still Thoreau descendants from the family, but not from Henry directly himself. And, you know, his motto was simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. So here it is in his gravestone, simplicity. You notice that it's almost covered with artifacts from the woods, from nature. Anything that is God's work is appropriate, an appropriate way to honor Henry. So that is why people coming here want to add something from their life to his. So even a little stone is an emblem of someone else's life that they are celebrating with Henry, or a pine cone. And I've never, ever in my whole life been up here when there wasn't something, a wildflower or a stone or a cone or some form of nature on his little stone.